Welcome to this detailed tutorial on pharmacoepidemiology and risk management. Introduction to risk in pharmacoepidemiology. What is risk? In pharmacoepidemiology, risk describes the probability that a person may experience harm or an unwanted event. Risk factors can be biological, environmental, or social conditions that make an individual more likely to develop a problem compared to someone else in the general population. For example, genetic disorders, exposure to pollutants, or high levels of stress at work may all increase the likelihood of a negative health outcome. Understanding these factors is essential for predicting and preventing harmful events. Understanding risk factors. Risk factors are conditions that typically exist before a disorder develops. Some may last only for a short period, while others continue throughout life. These factors can come from the individual, the family environment, wider society, or institutional settings. Importantly, a risk factor may directly contribute to the development of a condition or may simply indicate an increased likelihood without causing the problem itself. Characteristics of risk. Risk is not certain. Risk does not guarantee an outcome. It is important to understand that risk is not absolute. Even when a person is exposed to a known risk factor, it does not mean an adverse outcome will definitely occur. Risk only increases the probability of harm. For example, exposure to psychological stress may cause problems in some individuals but not others. Similarly, teratogenic drugs or environmental toxins like lead are strongly linked to harm, but the exact response varies from person to person. Risk varies in severity. Risk is a relative concept, meaning that not all risk factors carry the same amount of danger. Some represent mild or minimal harm, while others are linked to severe or life-threatening consequences. This creates what we call a risk continuum. Also, risk is not neutral. We must consider which outcomes are acceptable and which are not. Multiple risk factors can work together and raise the overall likelihood of an adverse event. This interaction is a key focus of pharmacoepidemiology. We explore how long-term exposure to risk factors impacts health. The principle is simple. The more time a person remains exposed to a harmful factor, the higher the probability of an adverse health outcome. Next, we look at risk identification. Identifying risk is not purely scientific, it is also shaped by social influences. People interpret risk through the lens of their own experiences, beliefs, and knowledge. This is why two individuals may assess the same situation differently. One may see it as dangerous, while another views it as manageable or even harmless. Personal risk continuum. This figure explains the concept of a personal risk continuum. Individuals face risks in different ways. Some risks are reluctantly accepted, such as mandatory workplace exposures. Some risks offer no choice, such as environmental conditions or inherited factors. Others are freely accepted, like lifestyle choices. Finally, some risks are even pursued as opportunities, such as investing money or participating in competitive sports. Understanding where a risk fits on this continuum helps in designing better risk management strategies. Flow of risk in epidemiology. This diagram outlines how risk is understood and quantified in epidemiology. At the top is the concept of true risk, which reflects the actual likelihood of harm in real life. But true risk cannot be observed directly. So we move to pharmacoepidemiological considerations, where factors like bias, confounding variables, and study design are evaluated. Next comes statistical processes, such as sampling techniques and modeling tools, which help convert raw observations into meaningful patterns. Finally, we arrive at the measured or estimated risk, which is a calculated value that approximates true risk as accurately as possible. Understanding risk in pharmacoepidemiology. Health research always involves estimating risk, but when it comes to drugs, this becomes even more critical. Risk simply refers to the probability that a certain outcome, usually an adverse one, will occur when a person is exposed to a medication. Before any drug is approved for human use, regulators weigh its benefits against its potential risks. This balance ensures that medicines are only approved when their therapeutic value is greater than the likelihood of harm. Pharmacists and other healthcare professionals must understand not just the presence of risk, but its magnitude and frequency. Importantly, the risk linked to any drug is not the same for every patient. It changes depending on factors such as age, sex, underlying health conditions, lifestyle habits, coexisting diseases, concurrent medication use, and how quickly the drug is metabolized by the individual. In summary, pharmacoepidemiology helps us examine how these variables influence the overall risk profile of a drug when used in real-world settings. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope the concepts were clear and the visuals helped you understand the topic better. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to support more educational content. Feel free to leave your questions or suggestions in the comments. I'll be happy to help. Once again, thank you for your time and see you in the next video.